actually have...
So we...
No. Are we good, Steve? There we are. Good evening, everyone. It's welcome to the North Grenville Municipal Centre. Before we begin, I would like to start with our land acknowledgement. Can we hear me? Everybody good? We're here? Michelle? I will try to speak and enunciate clearly. For Michelle. Thank you. Before we begin, I would like to start with our land acknowledgement. The municipality of North Grenville acknowledges that the municipality operates on the territory of the Anishinaabe. We recognize all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people who now call North Grenville their home. We respect and support the need for cultivating a strong relationship, and we commit to Indigenous informed decision-making to foster the path towards reconciliation. Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Pearl, the owner of Stevens Creek Decor Center, just across the, anyway, and as well as being the chair of the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce.
I need my glasses. I'm Tina Murray. I'm a mortgage agent with Dominion Lending Centres here in town, and I am also North Grenville Chamber of Commerce Director of Fun. I don't know when I got that. I don't know when I got that title, but anyway. So I am the Director of Fun, or also one of the Directors of Events and Networking. So welcome to the 2026 Mayor's Address hosted by the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce in partnership this year with the Downtown Kemptville BIA and, of course, our perennial partner, the municipality of North Grenville. It is really great to see so many business members and residents here tonight. So I have a couple of quick housekeeping notes. Bathrooms, most people probably already know, but just outside the door to the right. I'm not very good with my left and my right, and the bathroom is down there. If you'd like to have a drink, maybe just top it up right now, but we are going to have a short break later in the evening. And finally, we want to say a big thank you to Catered Affairs for tonight's spread.
For quality control purposes and to make sure everything was safe for the mayor, I've sampled many of the platters. So
every single table.
So I would like, now we're honored to have our Member of Parliament for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, and Rideau Lakes, Michael Barrett, has joined us tonight. MP Barrett has represented our region since 2018 and continues to advocate for rural communities and economic growth across Eastern Ontario. Please join me in welcoming MP Michael Barrett.
Thank you. It's coming at me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for the welcome, and it's a pleasure to be in North Grenville for this great event that recognizes some of the many people that make our community so special. So I want to thank the mayor and council for their continued and active work in ensuring that we have the greatest community in the greatest province in the greatest country in the world to live in. And the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce and the Downtown BIA do a great job of helping to accentuate that for everyone. Though I can't promise that I'll be wearing bunny ears, I will be taking part in the bunny hop this Saturday that the Downtown Kemptville BIA is putting on, and so I think that's going to be fun with lots of the downtown folks giving a chance for little ones to explore the downtown. And we're so fortunate that we live in a walkable community, a safe community where and a welcoming community where we're able to do things like that. There's so much good happening here in our community, and I really look forward to the mayor's address and the update on what's gone on and what's to come next. And while I'm sure you're all apprised of all of the good news that's been happening in this community, I won't use this brief opportunity to scoop any of that, but I just want to say that it's a real privilege to work with a council who collaborates with all levels of government, so we can work together to deliver for our community, because we're all in this together, and this is just such a wonderful place to live. It's a privilege to be here with you tonight, and I look forward to recognizing those receiving awards. Thank you so much.
Thank you, MP Barrett. We had also hoped, am I on? I can use this if you need me to. No, I'm on. We'd hoped to be joined by our provincial member of parliament, Stephen Clark, but he is at Queen's Park this week and sends his regrets and is unable to attend. We appreciate all of his continued support for North Grenville and our local business community.
We think he might be doing something to do with a budget, maybe, today. I think that's happening in Queen's Park right now. It's my pleasure to invite to the podium someone that needs no introduction. Please welcome Mayor Nancy Peckford. Piece of cake. We're gonna go up.
Thank you. Well, this year, as in past years, we've been so delighted to be joined by the Chamber, who has taken a particular role in supporting this event and supporting businesses in the community. But we also wanted to recognize the Downtown Kemptville BIA. The Chamber is celebrating 45 years, and the Downtown Kemptville BIA is celebrating 20 years. So that's 65 years of supporting local businesses in this community in a very tangible, grassroots way. We know that, particularly through the pandemic and beyond, we saw the incredible value of that business networking chamber with anniversary certificates for their contributions to the community. MP Barrett.
Yes. I'm told the photos we do on the stage. Okay. So we'll all go up. I'm told I have a face for radio, but we'll take some pictures. Where's our chamber, friends?
Do you want anybody else from the Chamber, Terry Lynn?
Oh, or the BIA.
Okay.
Fair enough. Andre?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as the mayor said, these milestones are incredibly important, and it's a privilege to be able to celebrate them together as a community, which is what we do. So, a certificate. So, do I have?
You have yours,
Oh, mine.
and I'll take mine.
We practiced.
Go ahead.
And so, for the North Grenville Chamber,
Thank you.
and for the Downtown Kemptville
There.
BIA.
There we go.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And ours are here, but we'll let MP Barrett's really stand out. So, there we go.
I don't know where to look.
Very good. There we go.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Mayor Peckford. Now we are going to have a quick word from the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce. And so representing the Chamber this evening is our Vice Chair, Amanda Wilson. So Amanda, come on up.
Thank you, Tina, our Director of Fun. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening amongst many people who have invested in the continued growth and success of our community. Whether you're a business or resident, you all contribute to that, so thank you. As a board member of the Chamber of Commerce, I have the privilege of working alongside a dedicated group of volunteers, business leaders, and community partners who share a common goal, and that's supporting businesses that make our community thrive. So I'd like to ask just a moment for our board members to please stand and be recognized for their great work. Andre, Jordan, Terry Lynn, Terry, Norcos, thank you. Yep, and Deb Wilson, who didn't stand. She's our council liaison. Thank you, Deb. Oh. So needless to say, local businesses are really the backbone of any community. They create jobs, they support local initiatives, and they bring energy and character to our town. Behind every storefront, office, and service is an entrepreneur that took a chance and risked and invested their time and resources and chose to build something here. But running a business today comes with so many challenges. So beyond the day-to-days, the economic pressures, workforce needs, and a constantly evolving marketplace means that business owners have to be more adaptable and resilient than ever. And that's where the Chamber plays a role to support. The Chamber exists to support and advocate for our business community through networking opportunities, educational events, partnerships, and promotion of our businesses. We create connections amongst over 150 members now strong that allow businesses to learn from one another, to collaborate, and to grow. So we're deeply committed to inspiring and empowering young entrepreneurs as well, the next generation of business leaders, by fostering an environment where bold ideas, innovation, and leadership can truly flourish. As a part of this commitment, the Chamber is very proud to invest in the future of our entrepreneurs by providing bursaries to students at our local high schools, helping to remove barriers, open doors, and support the ambitions of tomorrow's leaders. The Chamber also works to ensure that the voice of business community is heard. By engaging with our municipal leaders, our community partners, we help bring forward the perspective and needs of our local business owners as our community continues to grow. When businesses succeed, the entire community benefits. A strong business creates jobs, it attracts investments, and contributes to the vibrant and welcoming place that we're proud to call home. As board members, we're committed to continuing this work, supporting our memberships, strengthening partnerships, and helping build an environment where businesses of all sizes can succeed. To our local business owners, thank you for your passion, your resilience, and dedication you bring to our community every day. And to our municipal leaders and community partners, thank you for contributing to the work the Chamber does to support our economic growth in our community. Together, we can continue to build a strong and thriving community for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. And now in their 20th year, as we mentioned earlier, the Downtown Kemptville Business Improvement Area continues to play a vital role in shaping a vibrant and welcoming downtown. Please welcome Shelley Mitchell, Chair of the Downtown Kemptville BIA.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Shelley Mitchell, and I'm the chair of the Downtown Kemptville Business Improvement Area, or the BIA, as many people know us as. And I'm also the owner of To Be Continued Family Consignment in Toy Store Downtown. On behalf of the BIA, I'd like to say how pleased we are to be here this evening for the mayor's address. This evening is especially meaningful as it marks the first time the BIA has been invited to help organize the event alongside the Chamber of Commerce. It's a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with the Chamber, the municipality, the mayor's office, and the broader business community in support of our local businesses. Seeing so many business owners, community leaders, and partners gathered in one room reflects the strength of our local business community. Our BIA was established in 2006 and to promote and support the businesses along Prescott and Clothier Streets. Officially, we're called the Old Town Kemptville BIA, but most people simply know us as the Downtown Kemptville BIA because that's exactly who we represent. We're the collective voice of our historic downtown. At this time, I'd like to thank our very active and dedicated board. We have been able to accomplish a lot on behalf of all of our local businesses. Currently, the BIA is in the middle of exploring the exciting possibility of expanding our boundaries to welcome more businesses and strengthen the collective voice of our local business community. We're looking forward to the results at the end of April, and whatever the outcome, the process itself reflects something very positive, that businesses in our community see real value in working together. And as was mentioned earlier, we are celebrating our 20th year as an organization. For 2 decades, local businesses have worked together through the BIA to strengthen our downtown, support one another, and help shape the vibrant community we see today. At its heart, the Downtown Kemptville BIA exists to bring businesses together and help keep our downtown charming and approachable, a welcoming small town destination for residents and visitors alike. That small town feeling is what makes Downtown Kemptville so special. It's the reason people stop and chat with shop owners on the sidewalks, why families spend an afternoon strolling through downtown, and why people who visit once come back time and again. In practical terms, the BIA is a nonprofit organization funded primarily through a modest levy on commercial properties within our boundaries, along with some grants and some sponsorships. Every dollar goes right back into strengthening our local business community through our 4 pillars of advocacy, beautification, events, and marketing. Through advocacy, we help ensure that local businesses have a voice working with the municipality and other levels of government, and by staying connected to the provincial BIA network on issues affecting small businesses. Through beautification, we invest in flowers, banners, and public spaces that reflect the pride we share in our community, helping create a downtown that is not only beautiful, but welcoming and walkable. Through events like Busker Fest, Old Town Christmas, Creepy Kemptville, the well-awaited 4 Bunny Hop, and the South Branch Serenade, we bring thousands of people into our downtown each year. These events create energy, they build memories for families, and they remind everyone that local businesses are at the heart of community life. Through marketing, we shine a spotlight on the incredible businesses that make up our unique downtown, promoting them through newsletters, social media, and shop local campaigns that encourage residents and visitors to support local first. But perhaps the most important thing the BIA does is create connections. Connections between businesses, between entrepreneurs and the community, and between the past, present, and future of Downtown Kemptville. Because a strong downtown benefits everyone. A busy main street attracts visitors, supports local jobs, and contributes to the identity and the health of our community. The BIA also offers an associate membership package that allows any business in North Grenville to become part of the organization and share in that sense of connection. Tonight is a wonderful example of the spirit of collaboration that helps communities like ours thrive. Seeing the BIA and the Chamber working together with council, municipal staff, and businesses from across North Grenville shows just how much potential we have when we work together collectively. As we head into our 20th year, we're excited about what comes next for Downtown Kemptville. Our goal isn't simply growth, it's growth that still feels like Kemptville. A community where businesses support one another, where people know their shop owners by name, and where our downtown continues to be a place people are proud to gather. Thank you for being here tonight, for supporting local business, and for being part of the future of our community.
Shelley. What you've heard tonight from both the Chamber and the Downtown BIA reflects something that we all know. We all know how much the collaboration is in this community. I watch our executive director and the BIA's executive director and how they work together and they work with the municipality. So we're very, very fortunate in this community, and they collaborate to strengthen everybody, to strengthen entrepreneurs, to strengthen all the businesses in town and the community in general. So thank you so much. And so now we get to the main event, or as somebody earlier this evening said, Taylor Swift. Everybody, I thought you were all coming to see me, but apparently not, the mayor. So anyway, we'd like to invite Mayor Nancy Peckford up onto the stage, and we're going to ask her a few hardcore questions. Oh, she's going there first, sorry. She's going over there. Then she'll come and talk to us after.
I'm not afraid, I promise.
Sorry.
Okay. So thank you both Tian and Will, and obviously to the Chamber and the BIA who really do make this event happen. I'm not actually the main event. Our businesses are, so we've changed up the format this year to shorten my section so that we can get straight to celebrating some phenomenal businesses in our community. But I am here to just give you a little top level what's going on in North Grenville, so that you can reflect back to us whether or not you think we're getting it right, and certainly ask some good questions, as I know Tina will do very shortly. So I should say, being here this evening, not just with the business community, but members of our municipal advisory committees, with dedicated community leaders, passionate volunteers, our own municipal staff, as well as council colleagues. So I do want to recognize our Deputy Mayor, John Barkley, Councillor Kristen Strachan, Councillor Debbie Wilson, and Councillor Doreen O'Sullivan. We're a small council of 5, as I'm sure some of you know, but I think in many respects there's an advantage in being small, in that we are working very closely together on a lot of different files and issues, and gotten to know each other very, very well, and I think have proven to be a really strong team where we can agree to disagree and then come back together and forge a path ahead. I do want to also recognize some partners here with us. I think Annie Hillis is here from the Kemptville campus, or had anticipated being here. You don't see any yet? Okay, Katie Nolan is here, the Executive Director of Community Futures. And we have a number of chairs and co-chairs from our municipal advisory committees, obviously too numerous to name right now, alongside municipal staff. So we have our CAO, Karen Dunlop, here somewhere. We have Chief Randy Ursulak, unless he gets called out. We hope he doesn't. We have Library CEO Emily Farrell, and a number of municipal staff, both within the Economic Development Department and our communications team: Bruce Unlow, Matt Gilmer, Julie DeBoer, Marta Zwick, Meg McDonald, Tammy Hurlbert, as well as Ann Weir, who's a very seasoned leader of economic development with the county. So we really appreciate, Ann, that you made the trip up. And of course, there's an incredible number of community leaders in this room. You lead or contribute to a variety of different service organizations, clubs, and we're just incredibly grateful, I think, to be living and serving in a community where obviously the leadership that's shown on the ground is really what I think fuels our passion for our service back to you. I would be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge my father, who is now a 1-year resident of North Grenville, after about a 10-year charm offensive where we tried to get him to move here. So thank you to my dad, who is a resident in downtown Kemptville. So just a bit of a refresh. You know, when I decided to run for municipal office in 2018, my kids were 6, 8, and 10. Councillor Strachan here also had very young children. Many people asked us, I think at the time, why would we want to run, especially with young families? And I think I certainly said at the time there would be no greater privilege than serving the community where I was raising a family, where my colleagues were raising families. And I think, you know, obviously for me, I feel like that was the right call, because I could see North Grenville through the eyes of children, other parents, grandparents, entrepreneurs, newcomers, community and business leaders who had been here for generations. So in that election, that fateful election in 2018, not only did you elect a mayor with no municipal experience, no one on council had prior municipal experience. So you are getting a rookie council with a lot of talent and energy and passion, but certainly there's been lots of growing pains along the way. But I would like to say that I think the community's been patient. I think council colleagues have been patient with another. And we've really, again, I think, been so inspired and fueled by the leadership in the community. I think as a leader, you're only as good as the leadership around you. So when we flourished, it's because of the incredible, I think, ideas and energy that were already, obviously percolating in North Grenville. I would say, though, that we've been through a lot. I remember in the early, the early days of 2018-19, we had just acquired the 626-acre Kemptville College property that we now call the Kemptville campus. Less than 16 months into our first term, we were hit with a global pandemic. Not only did you have a rookie council, you had councils all over Canada that had never really navigated a global pandemic. And it really obviously turned all of our worlds upside down, and it put our business community and our healthcare sector under tremendous stress. And I think we can all remember the stress we were feeling in those early days, and our particular concern for certain businesses: would they survive? Would we be able to continue to ensure that clients and customers would in fact frequent those businesses, often in new and different ways? Then we were hit with a somewhat controversial, as some of you will agree, and totally unexpected announcement of a potential provincial correctional facility, something certainly we hadn't seen coming at the time and still kind of looms in the background. And in addition to that, there was a major surge in housing prices because of the intense interest by so many urban dwellers and others to get out of the big cities. So we saw a dramatic change in rental stock, in housing prices, and who could afford to live in North Grenville. And obviously that's caused us a lot of concern and reflection. But I have to tell you, what I've seen, and I think council colleagues would agree, time and time again since those early days, is a community that rallies for each other, like quite truly, and that rallies for our local businesses. And I think it is so important to see that social cohesion and that solidarity and that commitment to really make the place where you're living, where you're serving, where you're raising a family. So as a consequence, I think our community has grown a number of different ways. Despite some of those challenges, we've seen many newer families, young couples and seniors come to North Grenville. We've certainly seen a lot of housing diversity that didn't exist before. We welcomed a myriad of local businesses across the municipality. And, we were doing those counts during the pandemic, terrified that we would lose a number of businesses. And while certainly there have been some changes, for the most part, what North Grenville has experienced is very healthy growth, to the point that the chamber was recognized as one of the fastest growing chambers in Ontario. So it just goes to show we have a very healthy and vibrant business community that is evolving, I think, around the sort of needs and realities of North Grenville. At the same time, we've been able to unlock significant and federal provincial dollars to expand our infrastructure, to ensure that there's a good quality of life here. I can talk about County Road 43. We're nearing the end of what was a 3-year expansion and rehabilitation project. $52 million is what the value of that project is. Led by the counties. North Grenville's share is just around $10 million. And we also benefited from a provincial federal grant of about $10 million. So we're nearing the end. We knew at the time when we approved the project and got the funding, that there would be some disruption to our business community. And thankfully, council and municipal staff and businesses, including the chamber, rallied together to launch a concerted County Road 43 marketing campaign. And we took the opportunity to really remind people that every business was certainly open and willing to serve, even during some of the toughest period of construction. We've also, now we're in a position where we're pursuing Phase B of the expansion of our 30-year-old sewage treatment plant. Some of you in this room have probably been watching the evolution and progress of the plant, because it will open up a lot of serviceable lands that currently aren't serviced. And obviously a 30-year-old plant that worked really hard on our behalf does need expansion and rehabilitation. And there's $48 million in provincial funding, which has come into the community to support that major infrastructure investment. That represents almost half of the cost of the plant's rehabilitation. And I can tell you, CEO Karen Dunlop and I and council had a lot of conversations about whether or not it was fiscally viable for us to expand the plant, and the collaboration, certainly of the province in particular, and the hard work of staff and council has really paid off. And I think we can say with confidence that new plant, that expanded plant, will serve us well. For those of you who might not have caught the news, I also just want to remind you that we finally were in a position last week to announce a $24 million investment by the Government of Canada to support the repurposing of Bell Hall into seniors and veterans apartments. So, and, we worked closely with the campus in the early days of acquiring this old college, and that 100-room dormitory was sort of languishing. We used it for the COVID assessment center during COVID, but we knew we had a shot at getting very significant financial support from the federal government. And I do want to recognize MP Michael Barrett for his efforts as well. We had the best application that was developed by municipal staff and partners that were very experienced in the not-for-profit sector in developing really dynamite funding applications, particularly for the federal arena. And we were excitedly telling Michael Barrett about that last year. And I think, Michael, on your first, if not second day in Parliament, you handed the first day back in a new Parliament. Michael was kind enough to go over to the newly appointed Federal Minister of Housing and say, this is a worthy project in our community. Here's all the information you need. And believe it or not, within that week, we had a signed agreement. So I want to thank Michael. We had done lots of lobbying behind the scenes, but when your MP can walk literally across the floor and really highlight for a different minister with a different party what this means for our community, it really does go a long way. I will just say a couple of other things. You know that we're expanding North Grenville's transit system. We've heard from a lot of different businesses, actually, that in fact have employees who are relying on NG Transit, particularly for shifts that might be earlier in the morning or late in the evening. We were also able to benefit from some provincial funding to create a commuter connection into Ottawa. It's not perfect. I think we got a ways to go in really leveraging the opportunity for that commuter connection so it serves a larger population of commuters, but we're on our way to public transit, which I can tell you a decade ago wasn't really on anyone's radar. We're a community without currently licensed taxis, ride shares. The NG transit system has become a critical lifeline for a lot of seniors, a lot of young people, and individuals without vehicles. So we're really pleased with that. In addition, just before I wrap it up, we are developing plans for a new fire station in Oxford Mills, and council heard all about the fire master plan just a few days ago at our council meeting. So we know how important it is to really invest in some of this infrastructure that allows the municipality to feel confident in its ability to respond to a range of needs. And the growth that we're experiencing allows and enables North Grenville to make compelling funding applications to all levels of government and to capitalize on other funding mechanisms like development charges and what have you that are critical. They're critical forms of support when you need to obviously rehabilitate, renew infrastructure. Even without the growth we're experiencing, some of the things like the replacement of what is proving to be a less than optimal fire station in Oxford Mills with the one we currently have would be on the table. That would be something we'd have to replace anyway. So when you have growth, you're able to really leverage some of the other funding that's available. So really, I think what I'd like to emphasize is that we are certainly as a community, and by virtue of the leadership we're seeing from businesses, from residents, we are making some game-changing investments to enhance quality of life, to foster community cohesion, and to really ensure that this is a vibrant community that is able to thrive no matter what comes its way. We recognize that the heartbeat of North Grenville is entrepreneurs, it is business leaders, it's volunteers, it's families, it's organizations that really have chosen to call this place home. And we're just so grateful that we can be here this evening to celebrate some remarkable business milestones with all of you. So I'll leave it there, and we'll have Tina and Will proceed to the next phase of our discussion.
Well, thank you, Mayor Nancy. We're going to do a little Q&A with the mayor, a few questions, and then followed by a few questions from the audience. So put on the thinking caps and see if there's any gaps in what you've learned this evening. I have a question. The first question, isn't this fun? You mentioned housing and some of the new developments around housing. North Grenville is growing quickly. How do we make sure that we grow in a way that the small town feel that we all love about the community is maintained, whilst also welcoming new people into the community?
Yeah, I think that's been top of mind for council and municipal staff, and many of you here reach out regularly to talk to us about ensuring that growth doesn't threaten or compromise, I think, the quality of life we've all experienced. I think I can say for myself, and I think council colleagues would agree, that we've worked really hard to forge very strong community partnerships so that the service clubs, the sports and recreation organizations, the faith leaders and communities all can come together in a variety of different spaces. We were particularly proud, I think, of the investments we made at Riverside Park, which included an outdoor rink, which included a splash pad, which included a multi-use pathway around the periphery of the park. Because we know that as new people come into the community, having those gathering spaces that bring people together, I can't tell you how many times I've been at Riverside and you see new families meeting each other with little ones at the splash pad, because it's often those sort of organic, more free-flowing environments where I think families are able to bond. We've seen lots of use of our new multi-use pathway, even just down here on County Road 44. That was another really critical investment in regards to connectivity. We've also, I think, made important investments in our local hospital. I think we're all now familiar with the fact that Kemptville District Hospital has a CT scanner. It was a long struggle. It didn't happen overnight. It was very possible it wouldn't have come, but owing to a lot of collaboration with the United Counties and with the municipality and council support, alongside a knockout campaign by the Kemptville District Hospital Foundation, we're able to have now a CT scanner that is it's full every single day. And the number of CT scans now being offered in our community is so high, Kemptville District Hospital is in a position to look at evening and weekend funding just to keep it going because the demand is that strong. So, you know, when council had to reflect on would we be willing to commit up to $1 million to support, to offset some of the modifications to the hospital to house the CT scanner, I don't think it was a long conversation. We understood the imperative to ensure that people have access to high quality health care. We've done that too, I think, with our physician recruitment program, which we started 4 years ago, well before some of the other communities around us. We're supporting the Kemptville Youth Centre, the Kemptville Senior Centre. We see, I think, as a community where the touch points are to keep people well, to keep them moving, to keep them connected. And I think there's no better antidote to losing that small town feel than ensuring we're making important investments in that kind of infrastructure. Some of it is physical, but some of it is more kind of social. It's more about gathering places.
Do you think you will lose that identity as it grows, as the community grows? Because it is hard, right? As the community has exponential growth, sometimes it's hard to hold on to that small town quality of life.
I guess it will be up to all of us to sort of figure that out. You know, it's funny, my son is 14, he's just turned 14 on Saturday. So he's actually gotten to know some kids in that new Oxford Village subdivision that we're all kind of a little wary about, that looks like a bit of a fortress. And you go in and, you know, I've met some of his new friends that live in that subdivision, and they've joined Kemptville Minor Hockey. They've become really connected to the community. I often meet new residents at Equinel because they've joined the Masons or the Lions Club or the Rotary. Like, what I see is a highly motivated group of residents coming together that are so eager to be part of North Grenville. And I think that energy and that spirit of wanting to belong, I think really helps to sustain that small town feel. I think the support of local businesses, right? People are coming in, they're looking around. We don't want them to leave on the weekend to do their shopping when there is such an incredible array of options here. So I think increasingly, we're trying to orient those new residents to what is available locally. I'll say the early work we've done on a state-of-the-art multi-sport dome here in North Grenville is about creating another kind of community where people aren't leaving for pickleball or basketball or baseball or soccer or football. Like, these recreational spaces really, truly, I think, bring people together. We do lose a lot of residents who are having to go further afield for some of those sports. We hear from the pickleball community quite regularly. I know it's very enthusiastic cohort. Sure, some of you play. I'd like to one day. But, you know, these are people who say to us, we don't want to leave town. Like, we're here now. Like, we want to be in this community. And I used to say, as a parent with very young children, and I was taking the kids out for, I don't know, gymnastics, sometimes swimming lessons in the winter. The minute people leave the community, they're getting gas somewhere else, they're getting groceries somewhere else. We are forfeiting the opportunity for them to spend as much time and resources in this community as possible. So every time we make an investment in housing or in a local park or potentially in this dome, I think what we're doing is we're creating the conditions for people to be as connected to North Grenville as possible. And I think that is important when you still have, as we do, a fairly high commuter population. You got a lot of people leaving for work in the morning. With the changes, certainly on the part of the federal and provincial government, which are mandating people to be in the office much more often, one of our biggest concerns is you compromise people's ability to support their local businesses because they're already out of the community for many, many hours every day. So I think we need to make sure as a community and a municipality that we set people up for success here to stay and enjoy and thrive in North Grenville as much as we can.
Okay. Rick? Yes. A related question about housing. It's one of the biggest challenges that we see in communities across Ontario and across Canada is the variety of housing options. Not just the high-end subdivisions, or not just, so what is North Grenville, what are the numbers actually, are they moving? What are we seeing locally?
Well, North Grenville, when we got elected, I remember we had lots of conversations at the council table about the housing landscape. We had one of the lowest rental stocks in Ontario, 7% rental. So imagine, right? We would talk to seniors and they would say, I don't know where to go. I may have been widowed. I'm not in a position to stay in this large home anymore. I don't know where I'm going to go. And these were often women and men who had spent decades raising families here, had made invaluable contributions. And we didn't really have a sufficient amount of housing diversity to support the kind of life journey many of us are on. So I think what we've been heartened by is we've seen an increase in our rental stock. Some of you will know there's some multi-residential buildings currently underway, and those represent critical options for seniors or for young couples that aren't in a position to remain in the home ownership market for a variety of different reasons. We've also seen, as I know is very evident if you drive around North Grenville enough, we are seeing through some of the higher intensity subdivisions, we're seeing more semis, we're seeing more towns. You know, the phenomenon of the rural acre subdivision being the primary driver of North Grenville's growth is a thing of the past now. That's really not where the province wants you to go. Many municipalities are very conscious of the costs associated with servicing very sprawling municipalities. So what I've heard, again, you know, I was chatting with someone at our local post office through an invitation from a good friend and neighbor, and she said, you know, I grew up in Kemptville, we moved away, and I never thought I'd be able to buy a house here. And she was a young woman in her early 20s, sort of new in her career. And she said, when the new townhomes started to be built, I knew we could afford one of those. So she's moved back to the community because she was able to afford something that was smaller, more economical, energy efficient. It's not necessarily what they want down the road, but it allowed them to enter home ownership. So I think our director of planning, and Karen tells us all the time, you know, the more housing diversity you have, the more options you're able to provide to people depending on where they are in their stage of life. We've also been incredibly active in a commitment to, at least to the extent possible, supporting additional residential units. These are secondary units, so a granny suite within your home or as a separate dwelling. They're tough. It's not easy to always get them approved. You need a certain amount of land. It's not optimal, but where it can work for people, it does represent a potential option. And North Grenville, I think, was one of the only municipalities, again in Ontario, to commission designs for a bachelor, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom additional residential unit that if you had a commitment to building one on a property in North Grenville, we'd give you the architecture designs. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to contact an architect yourself. The designs are there. They're off the shelf. They're good to go. And that reduces one of the primary barriers to thinking about an additional residential unit. So I guess in summary, what I would say is, to the extent possible, we're trying to fire on all cylinders to cover off all the bases, because quite frankly, we had some catching up to do.
Makes sense.
A lot of small businesses, small businesses really, you talk to Ann Weir and she'll give you the stats about how, what the economy, how small businesses help the economy and the percentages, but a lot of small businesses are hurting because of tariffs and supply chain disruptions, which are only going to get worse now. What does a municipality do to help small businesses? Is there anything you can do? Is what you're doing enough?
Well, I know, we do stay quite connected to the information that's coming from the province, from the federal government, and Weir has been really incredible in helping us navigate this very turbulent landscape. I mean, as you all know, it can change within an hour. The renegotiation of, I think I may have, I think I silenced myself. Okay, he's on his way. I can't, you don't have a mic either.
I do, but.
Oh, perfect. I'll just take my, thank you. Okay. Oh, let's see if that's working. Oh,
Turn it off?
okay.
You didn't turn it off, did you?
No.
Okay. Try it.
Let's try again.
Do you want to try this mic? Oh,
I think this is working. Okay. I think the one area where the municipality is looking at being more proactive is on procurement. So municipalities across Ontario and in Canada were very limited in their capacity to, in fact, encourage local procurement or to demonstrate a bias, if you will, towards locally sourcing services, goods, what have you. Thankfully, the Ford government did work quickly in the last year to create a provincial procurement landscape, which enables municipality to, in fact, demonstrate a preference based upon where the business is operating. That's very different from what was the case a number of years ago. We were quite constrained by trade agreements in terms of how we undertook procurement as municipalities, not only in Ontario, but across the country. So the recent adoption of this legislation, which isn't that old, I think it was adopted late last fall, allows municipalities like ours to begin going down a different path. And I think, obviously the municipality is a $35 million organization. We're not insignificant. We're not North Grenville's largest employer. There's hospitals and schools and other institutions that would be, but we spend a lot of money, on the upkeep of various facilities and roads and services. So that procurement piece, I think, will become more critical as I think, unfortunately, we recognize that the turbulent times are not ending anytime soon.
This is the best question. Or maybe not, but when you look ahead to the next few years, future North Grenville, what excites you most?
Oh, what excites me most? Well, I think, we have 4 school boards, all of which are thriving in North Grenville. We have the French Catholic Board building a brand new school on Kemptville campus. And we know that will attract so many families, so many youth, who have that desire and interest in a French language education. We can see that the Kemptville campus is doing some remarkable things. They're really, I think, wanting to be that incubator space. They are forging all sorts of connections with a variety of different community groups, entrepreneurs, startups, what have you. So I think Kemptville campus holds a lot of promise from an economic development perspective. We know that once we have more serviced land, that there will be opportunities for other businesses that really haven't been able to find a place here. Serviced land is often really critical to attracting light industrial, larger commercial. These are businesses that need, to operate in more urban areas. Not to say that we don't have a strong interest in supporting rural and agricultural businesses, but the limitations on our sewage treatment plant were quite real. It was one of the first conversations Karen Dunlop, who's now our CAO, had with council in 2018. We've got a 30-year-old plant. We have to plan ahead. So I think those things are important, but I would also say pursuing recreational amenities like our indoor sports dome that present, I think, really game-changing opportunities to be active. I think many of you will remember our title as Canada's most active community in 2021, and then we won the provincial title in 2 subsequent years. This is a community that loves to move, and we have cherished natural assets like Ferguson Forest, like the Kemptville Campus Agroforestry Centre that we are looking to protect and to steward and to facilitate additional recreation. So, those natural assets combined with some new recreational assets, I think will go a long way to promoting a quality of life. And I would say, the leadership of the hospital right now, they're thinking long-term about what they need in order to ensure their future and their capacity to serve residents and clients in new and different ways. And I think that forward-looking thinking is critical. So those are some of the things that excite me.
Wow. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you, and thank you, Will. We're going to turn it to the audience for a few questions. So we have a few minutes. If you have a question, raise your hand, and somebody will be over with a microphone. So got one over here, and then, yeah, thanks, Tammy.
We got Bruce is volunteering.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Mayor Peckford, with all of the work that's taking place, all of the improvements, all the construction, the developments, you guys, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but mayor and council came in with a budget of less than 2% increase. So I'm very interested in how you did that, because all the costs are going up, everything's so expensive. And I would like, have the American tariffs hurt us at all? With all of this construction taking place and all of the various things coming at us, have the American tariffs bitten North Grenville? Thank you.
Thank you. And certainly looking at my CAO, Karen Dunlop, I know that we were cognizant of some of those costs when we were looking at the sewage treatment plant, in particular, when we were looking at acquiring new fire trucks. And I want to salute Chief Ursulak, who's been very creative in sourcing some very reasonably priced fire equipment within Canada, which can help, I think, weather the storm in terms of some of the economic turbulence. I think we've felt it a little bit, but we haven't felt it a lot. Thankfully, a lot of our major infrastructure projects had already begun pre the imposition of tariffs. So we were very fortunate. Like all of that work and advocacy and planning for County Road 43 for the sewage treatment plant, I think paid off because we haven't been hit as hard as we could have been. And I think when it comes to the tax rate increase, certainly council and staff had some long conversations about what was fair and reasonable. And I have to tell you, we were assured by our finance staff and our CEO, Karen Dunlop, that we're in a very strong fiscal position by virtue of our growth. We have exceedingly healthy reserves that position North Grenville well to ensure that we can obviously do what we need to do as a municipality and leverage some of those reserves for new infrastructure. Again, whether it's recreation or continued commitments on our physician recruitment program or support of the youth center and the senior center and victim services. So as a consequence of that conversation, ultimately council felt comfortable reducing the initially proposed 3% tax rate increase to 1.9. And I think we're all conscious that when you go to the gas station now, you're paying 20, 40, you're paying significantly more than you were just a month ago. We know that the times are tough. And to the extent that we as a municipality can work hand in hand and diminish the burden here in our community, I think we were more than willing to do that. And I want to thank council colleagues and staff for I think, getting us to a good place.
I'd like to, is it working?
Yep, it's on now.
It's on. I'd like to make a strong comment of appreciation and thanks to the mayor and council for being open to new ideas and expertise from members of the community in all of the wonderful committees that they have started and are running, and all the time that the council members have been devoting to being part of these committees and facilitating the work that comes from the ideas that get percolated in through the committees. I'm not a member of them, but I appreciate all of them.
So we have time for one more question. Does anybody have one? Yeah.
And I should say thank you, Alita, for your comment. You know, we've got a great environmental action committee. We've got a great clean tech mayor's task force. We've got Sustainable North Grenville in the community, really leading the way on thinking creatively about how we embrace new ideas, new technologies, work with local businesses and regional businesses that have an appetite to, I think about climate change and how we weather another storm, which is extreme weather events and what have you. You know, when you look at the future for North Grenville, you know, we have wonderful natural assets, but we also have a heavy commuter population. I learned earlier this week that 90% of North Grenville's carbon emissions are basically from transportation. It's from people driving within and obviously within our community and to other communities for work or services or what have you. So we know that as a community, through the development of a climate action plan and some other initiatives, we have some excellent, I think, opportunities to lead the way. We've got a Sustainable Business Summit coming up in just less than, I think, a month. Katie Nolan from Community Futures is co-collaborating, really leading. We're the co. They're leading a wonderful Sustainable Business Summit. It'll be our second one this year. And it's just amazing to hear from all these incredible businesses that are thinking about the future and how to future-proof communities like ours. And I think that's really critical.
Hi, Mayor Peckford. I'm Casey Kenny. I'm with Moose FM. Just want to say, first of all, we truly appreciate the relationship the radio station has with both council and the business community and everybody throughout. We're proud to be your radio station, so thank you for that. Second of all, kind of a two-parter. I wanted to ask you, I know that there was a lot of talk and a lot of emphasis put on Kemptville campus as how important it is. I know that earlier you had come up with the idea about civil servants working at the campus, having an opportunity to work in their own community, and perhaps I'm wondering if you'll continue to go down that avenue. Second of all, with the Kemptville 73s having an opportunity to close out their series tomorrow night at home, will you declare at some point maybe a Kemptville 73s day? So those are my two questions. So, thank you.
Good question.
Love those questions. Thank you, Casey. As I can, my daughter is in her final playoff game this evening as we speak in Orleans. I'm a very passionate hockey mom. Please pray for the team. We're very proud of the 73s. What high caliber hockey we have in our own community. I have a son who's a goalie. We so enjoy those games. We appreciate the number of families that embrace these billets who come into our community to play with a really impressive junior A team. They've had a phenomenal year. And looking at my council colleagues, I think there would be a wonderful support to declare a day. So we're going to get working on that, Karen and council. So thank you for that reminder. Big game tomorrow evening. But when it comes to Kemptville campus, as you know, I have been a very vocal mayor in the region, really championing the capacity for federal public service employees and private sector employees to be able to do some of their work from the communities in which they live. It doesn't work for everybody, but it certainly works for a lot. And we're hearing that there are public servants here, including a council colleague, that are going to have to start going into Ottawa far more often. It's, I think the campus represents an extraordinary opportunity to enable some co-working spaces, to enable the federal government to not only invest in buildings in downtown Ottawa and downtown Hull and distribute some of that office infrastructure to smaller communities where a lot of those public servants don't want to live in the heart of Ottawa or the heart of Gatineau. They have made a commitment to live in a more small town, rural environment. And I believe the Treasury Board and the Government of Canada has an obligation to be far more well considered than they are at the current time. So I will continue to be an advocate, I assure you, and those conversations with the Treasury Board, will obviously be ones that we will invite Government of Canada partners to participate in over the next few months.
I've been told there's one more question, but we're cutting into our break time. Okay. Just warning you all.
Hi, Nancy. In speaking with young families in the community who have children that play sports, they're excited about the dome coming, maybe tournaments coming into town, but their question is, where do we stay? There's no place for the players or the parents to stay in Kemptville. Therefore, people don't want to have tournaments here.
Well, certainly over the years, there have been a number of attempts. I mean, obviously hotels are built largely by the private sector. So there have been a number of developers that have kicked the tires. We got as far as a site plan for a Comfort Inn in the early days of the pandemic. But as you might all recall, the hotel industry wasn't doing particularly well in the first year or two. So as a consequence, there was some momentum lost. So at this stage, what I think I can tell you is that there is very serious interest in a site that had already been effectively approved for a hotel. And I think if we're talking 2 months from now, I will likely be having different conversations. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
You're up.
That's the best we can do right now. We're all set up. We're all set up.
There's more.
Yeah, there's more. There's more to come. But we do recognize, of course, that we have a wonderful array of Airbnbs and other, smaller accommodations, inns, what have you, that do serve the community very well. But the reality is we've seen a lot of hotels go up in other communities around us, Prescott, Carleton Place, more hotels in Brockville. So we certainly, as a council and alongside staff, have recognized that we had to lower any barriers and make sure the conditions were set for a developer to be able to proceed. And we are exceedingly optimistic at this stage of the game.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to have a couple minutes break, I think. So if you guys, why don't we say 7:50 back in the room, get a drink, eat your food, and we'll see you back in a few minutes because we have exciting stuff after. William, Pearl. Oh, I think you can hear. Okay, you talk.
Once everybody's sat down, I have a great joke for you.
Great joke. Is it from you?
It's a dad joke. It's a dad joke.
A really bad dad joke to sit down and listen to Mr. Pearl here, because he has got a terrible, terrible,
Bad.
terrible joke.
No.
Nobody wants to hear the joke.
We're back.
All right.
We're back, everyone. Where's my microphone? Here we go.
Now I'm going to tell your bad dad joke.
You cannot tell my bad dad joke. It is dads have to tell dad jokes. Can everybody hear me? Am I back?
No.
No, not quite.
See, they want me to talk.
It's there.
There we are.
You can hear me okay? Good evening, everyone. We're back. I specialize in dad jokes, so I just wanted to share this one with you. I was going to tell you a time traveling joke, but I remembered you didn't like it the first time. Huh? Hey! Thank you. And now I have your attention. We'd like to move on to one of the best parts of the evening, the one that's close to the small business owner's heart, is a time every year when we take time to recognize businesses and organizations that help shape our community. Some are new, some have been here for generations, and all of them help to make North Grenville the place that we love. We begin tonight with a new type of milestone recognition, a not-for-profit organization that reflects the generosity of our community. The Kemptville Restore, operated by Habitat for Humanity, takes donated home improvement materials, household goods, and puts them back to work, helping to fund affordable housing while promoting reuse and sustainability. Please welcome Lisa Hutt, Director of the Kemptville Restore, up to say a few words.
Tonight, I want to tell you about Holmes, hope, and the families of our community, and how every donation, every volunteer hour, every small act at the Kemptville Restore can change a life forever. Good evening, Mayor Nancy, members of council, distinguished guests, and friends. I'm truly honored to be here tonight as part of the 2026 Mayor's Address, hosted by the Municipality of North Grenville in partnership with the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce, Downtown Kemptville BIA. Thank you for inviting me to share our story. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa, and I am the store director at the Kemptville Restore, part of Habitat for Humanity Thousand Islands. I'll be honest, I'm not very comfortable. I'm very comfortable helping customers on the store floor than standing behind a microphone. I have two fears in life. One is snakes and one is public speaking. But when I was asked to speak about what the Restore truly means to this community, I couldn't say no, because we are so much more than just a store. Yes, we sell donated furniture, appliances, building materials. Yes, we divert thousands of pounds of usable materials from landfills every year, but we also offer something people don't always expect. We carry high-end designer items at significantly reduced prices, beautiful pieces families might not otherwise afford. All of our clothing, bedding, and linens are brand new, clean, unused, and dignified. We are also incredibly fortunate to receive brand new products from generous corporate donors, including premium sinks, taps, toilets, pedestals, bathroom fixtures from companies like Blanco. These are high-quality products sold at an affordable price, and every purchase helps build safe, affordable homes right here in our region. And none of this happens without the generosity of our community. We gratefully accept donations from across the Thousand Islands region. People can drop them off at the Restore 7 days a week between 9 and 4, or stop in or call the store, speak with one of our team members about what donations we can accept and what we unfortunately cannot. For large items, we also offer donation pickups throughout the Thousand Islands area and delivery services for purchases for a small fee depending on distance. One thing people sometimes don't realize is that we never accept used clothing, bedding, or mattresses. That's because the items we sell in those categories are always branded new, ensuring quality, cleanliness, and dignity for the families who purchase them. But what makes me most proud isn't just what we sell, but it's what we create. Inside our store, we have a small library section with beautiful rocking chairs. People come in, pick up a book, and simply sit and rock while they read. No pressure to buy, no rush to leave, just a safe space, a comfortable zone, and a place to breathe. And sometimes that's exactly what someone needs most. Through the Restore, we also support organizations like the Salvation Army, House of Lazarus, and Families Starting Over. We help families start over after separation. We support those who have lost everything in a fire, and we help turn empty apartments into homes filled with comfort and dignity. Sometimes the help we give has nothing to do with furniture at all. Recently, a woman from Scotland came into our store. She had been deceived while trying to secure permanent residency so she could stay in Canada with her son and grandchildren. She felt overwhelmed, alone, unsure who to trust, so we helped her. We researched reputable local lawyers and connected her with professionals who could guide her honestly. When she finally received proper support, the relief in her voice was unforgettable. The moment reminds me, community isn't about transactions, it's about compassion. And that spirit began with one remarkable woman, Valerie Kynes, founder of Habitat for Humanity Thousand Islands. She believed something simple but powerful. A home is more than 4 walls and a roof. A home is safety, a home is dignity, and a home is where children grow strong and families can finally breathe. Because of that belief, a mother named Hillary and her son Jordan found hope when they thought they had run out of options. Jordan uses a wheelchair and has complex medical needs. They were living in a 3rd-floor apartment with 42 stairs and no elevator. The bathroom was too small for him to enter in his chair. His mother had to carry him in and out every single time. Imagine doing that several times a day while also worrying about your child's health. When mold appeared in the building, Jordan became greatly ill with pneumonia and was placed in a medical-induced coma. His family feared they may lose him. They were stuck, earning too much for assistance, but nowhere near enough to afford a home. Through Habitat for Humanity, they helped build a home designed specifically for Jordan, wider doorways, accessibility space, room to move freely and safely. And when they moved in, everything changed. Jordan confided play in his own backyard. His health improved. His family finally felt secure enough to welcome a baby sister into their lives, something they never thought that they would ever have. Hillary once said, "I believe Jordan might not be with us today if it hadn't happened, and our daughter would never be here today if it was not for Habitat for Humanity." This is the power of home. And that is why the Restore matters, because somewhere in our store right now, a donated dining table, a brand new set of bedding, a high-end sink, a rocking chair in a little library corner is quietly helping build the next safe home for a family who needs it, the next fresh start, the next chance. So tonight, I want to leave you with the next time you donate, the next time you shop, the next time you volunteer, remember this. You're not just giving away an item, you're not just finding a bargain, you might be helping save a life. You might be helping a child breathe easier, and you might be helping create a future that otherwise would never exist. In a world that can sometimes feel uncertain, right here in North Grenville, we are proven that when a community comes together, we don't just build houses, we build hope.
before you go, I'm going to ask you to come up, and they're going to take a picture and give you a certificate. You get a standing ovation. It's amazing.
Okay, so while they take some pictures, I am going to introduce our new businesses. So the first one is Soiree in the Field. Our first new business recognition celebrates one of the most unique event experiences in North Grenville. Soiree in the Field at Lavender Mills brings together local food, community, and the beauty of a working lavender farm. Please welcome the team behind Soiree in the Field, Emily Kirk, Leah Holmes, Leah Finley, and Kim Matthew. Come on up.
Good evening, Mayor, Mr. Barrett, Council, community partners, fellow business owners, and friends. We're honored to be here tonight as one of the featured businesses and incredibly proud to represent Soiree in the Field, a women-led, rural-rooted collaboration born right here in North Grenville. With a field of lavender, a charcuterie board business, a mobile bar, and a custom event design business, Soiree in the Field began with a simple question. What if we created beautiful experiences that celebrated rural life, women's entrepreneurship, and the power of coming together? Each of us came to the table with different backgrounds, skills, and ideas, but with a shared belief that rural communities aren't something to escape from, they're something to build within. From fields to farm tables, from small gatherings to meaningful connections, Soiree in the Field was created to slow people down, bring them together, and remind us that community is something we actively choose and nurture.
At the heart of Soiree in the Field is collaboration, especially women supporting women. As 4 co-owners, we didn't build this business by doing everything ourselves. We built it by trusting each other, sharing leadership, and leaning into our individual strengths instead of competing for space. We also leaned on our families, our husbands, moms, and kids to work for free. In rural communities, women often wear many hats: entrepreneur, caregiver, volunteer, partner, and collaboration isn't just a value, it's a necessity. We believe that when women collaborate openly, businesses become stronger, communities become more resilient, and success becomes something we share rather than chase alone. Soiree in the Field is intentionally designed to uplift other local women-owned and small businesses, florists, bakers, farmers, artists, and makers, because we know that thriving rural economies depend on strong local networks, not isolated success stories.
Our work is deeply shaped by place. North Grenville isn't just where we operate, it's our home. We've all grown up here, are raising our families here, and it's a community that means a great deal to all of us. It's a small town that continues to grow and change, and we feel grateful to be part of the evolution. Soiree in the Field is about creating experiences that feel intentional and thoughtful. Every detail, from the tablescapes to the food, the handcrafted beverages, is designed to create something memorable for all of our guests. Giving back to our community is a big part of who we are. We're proud to have supported local organizations this last year, including the Kemptville Hospital, Beth Donovan Hospice, and House of Lazarus, to name a few, each doing incredible work for people in our community. For us, it's about contributing in a way that feels meaningful, both through the experiences we create and the impact we hope to have beyond them.
We want to close by saying thank you. Thank you to the Municipality of North Grenville, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Downtown Business BIA for recognizing newer businesses and investing in local entrepreneurship. That recognition matters, especially for small women-led ventures finding their footing. Thank you to the farmers, landowners, collaborators, makers, fellow business owners who trusted us, partnered with us, and said yes before we had everything figured out ourselves. As we look ahead, our commitment to community continues to grow. In 2026, we're proud to be launching a new initiative where we'll be providing bursaries to 2 students at each local high schools. These bursaries will go to young, aspiring entrepreneurs who deserve encouragement, resources, and permission to dream big right where they are. And thank you to this community for showing us that rural doesn't mean small in vision, impact, or heart. We're honored to grow here with you. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's gonna come up.
He's coming down.
Should we take them?
One of the interesting things about getting entrepreneurs up to speak is none of them are really comfortable about doing it, but they do it anyway, which is the whole journey of entrepreneurship. So you don't love it, but you do it anyway because you said you would. I'm pleased to recognize a business that's become a quick favorite of many in the downtown and beyond, a very loyal clientele because we're pet owners. Village Pet Boutique, run by Lisa and Kev Needham. I want to say Needham, but you're not on SNL. You're the Needhams. Offers high-quality products, personalized service for pets and their people. Please welcome the Village Pet Boutique.
You're first. Oh, I'm first. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who, I'm so nervous. Even though I see all these wonderful familiar faces, you're not helping me at all. I am Lisa, and this is my husband, Kev, and we are the owners of Village Pets Boutique and very happy Kemptville residents. We're really happy to be able to introduce ourselves to all of you tonight.
So our North Grenville story started in 2009. We had 2 kids in a lab. Dogs are everything in our family, as well as the kids. Kids too, but the dogs. And we were looking for the right place to settle down. We wanted to have access to good schools. We wanted to be in the middle of family and friends. They're spread out all over Eastern Ontario. And we wanted to be near Ottawa, but not in Ottawa, you know what I mean. And North Grenville and Kemptville checked all those boxes for us. The other thing that we really liked about it was we didn't have to leave to get what we needed. Everything was in town. We loved the small businesses that we got, and we've been big fans of the community ever since. We've been talking about owning our own business for years. We both work for people and don't like it, and wanted to do our own thing. Turns out, and we wanted to be more connected to the community we've been a part of for 15 years. We realized that we don't know a whole lot of people in town, and what a wonderful way to get to know our neighbors better. We wanted to be our own bosses, and we love pets, and turns out a whole bunch of you do love pets as well, which has been great for us. And so we'd been looking at making an investment in a pet store pre-COVID. And we talked ourselves out of it. But about 2 summers ago, the opportunity came up again. Lisa said, let's go, and away we went. We jumped in with both feet and not a whole lot of experience. We've learned an awful lot the hard way. But what's been really kind of amazing as we stumbled through things is the support that we've had from everybody. Big shout out to Sue. I don't think she's here tonight. Sue from Sue Gold was one of Lisa's biggest champions at the very start. And everybody in the community is like that. All of our neighbors, all the business owners that we've met, it's just a phenomenal place to be. So we feel more sure than ever that we've made the right call. The welcome we've gotten from everybody, from the BIA, from the Chamber, it's just incredible. And everybody walking through our door, getting to know everybody has been amazing. We love the town, we love the people in it. You've all been amazingly supportive, and we're really glad to be here tonight. I couldn't be more proud of what Lisa has built over the last year and a half. I'm part of this, but I'm in the back room when you walk in. If I'm working, first thing people say is, "Where's Lisa?" And it's awesome, and so I'm just incredibly proud of her. I've learned more about pet nutrition in the last year and a half than I ever wanted to, but it's also been an awful lot of fun. So if you've been in the store, again, you know that Lisa is the driving force. She's the heart and soul, and I will hand it back over.
Well, thank you, honey. Oh. First, I would like to say what an honor it is to be here tonight. As the owner of Village Pets Boutique, I'm often asked what makes our business so special. And the truth is, it's not the products on the shelves, it's the people. Every day we get to be a part of small but meaningful moments, a family bringing home a new puppy, someone stopping in just to share a photo, and a customer who needs a little extra support because their pet isn't doing so well. Over time, those moments turn into relationships, and those relationships become community. One of the most beautiful things about working in a pet-focused business is that animals naturally bring people together. People who might never have met become friends because of a shared love for their pets. Conversations start easily, kindness shows up quickly, and connections form in the most genuine way. We've also seen firsthand how powerful community can be when it comes together for a cause, whether it's supporting local rescues, hosting adoption events, or simply spreading the word. People always show up. And that willingness to care, to help, and to be involved is what makes this community so special. For us, being a small business isn't just about serving customers, it's about being part of something bigger. It's about contributing to a place where people feel connected, supported, and seen. We're incredibly grateful to be a small piece of that, so thank you.
All right, our next recognition goes to a business that supports something that North Grenville takes very seriously, as we alluded to, as the mayor alluded to, or actually just didn't even allude, just said earlier this evening, that we take our recreation very seriously. And so Valley Sports, which is led by Mitchell and Tian, Langford-Boon, they help keep our athletes and families equipped and active. Come on up.
Good luck, guys. Yeah, beautiful speeches. I'm not used to microphones being in front of me other than at karaoke. A little different, yeah. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. And it's very, we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day. My name is Mitchell, and this is Diane. We own Valley Sports. And when we first envisioned a sports and bike shop in Kemptville, we didn't just see a retail opportunity. We saw the kids playing in the forest, Ferguson Forest Center, the trails that are through there, the kids at the park, and we saw a community that just values being outside as a whole. We wanted to be the shop that keeps those bikes tuned and those skates sharp so that nothing stands between our neighbors and an active life. But every business has a behind-the-scenes story, and for us, that is a story of family. I'm standing here today because of the incredible generosity of my wife's grandparents, actually. And none of this, the shop, the tools, and the ability to serve this community would have even been possible without their support and their belief in our vision. And although they aren't with us today, they understood the value of hard work and the importance of legacy. That spirit of paying it forward is built into the very walls of our shop, and that's why we don't just see customers, we see families like ours who are trying to build something meaningful. Starting a family of our own, we wanted to be a shop that keeps those bikes tuned, those skates sharpened, and nothing else standing. I think I said that. Sorry, I skipped a line, I wanted to go back. Our connection to North Grenville has grown with every flat tire and every first bike that we've sold. And we're proud to focus on the repair and sustainability, ensuring that all the gears stay in the game and out of the landfill. Whether it's a high-end e-bike or a toddler's first pair of skates, our goal is to lower that barrier of entry so that nobody feels like they can't be an athlete regardless of their level. To the other business owners in the room, you guys mentioned it beautifully in your speeches before. If I had any advice to give, it would be that you're not just building a customer base, you're building a community. And that's something that you should definitely focus on. And your reputation is your most valuable inventory. Be the business that shows up for the local events, listen to the feedback on the street, and stay true to why you started. And most importantly, acknowledge your roots. No one builds a business alone. Whether it's family, a mentor, or a supportive neighbor, you keep those people close because they are the fuel that keeps you going when the days get long. We're extremely excited to continue growing alongside North Grenville, and I just wanted to say thank you to my family, thank you to all of our loyal customers, and to all of you for making such a vibrant place to do business. Thank you so much.
I am learning something from Mayor Nancy and Mr. Barrett, is that you need to keep your focus on the cameras until they stop taking pictures. It takes a few minutes. Our final new business recognition highlights a growing local brand rooted in quality and community connection. Linden Leaf, owned and operated by Helga Lukowski and Paige Gala, has quickly established itself as a delicious addition to North Grenville's business landscape, reflecting the creativity and entrepreneurial spirit that we see across the community. I'd please welcome the Linden Leaf. So delicious. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the invitation to be here tonight. It's truly an honor to be part of a community that celebrates new business growth and the people behind it. My name is Helga, and I'm one half of the team behind Linden Leaf Restaurant, alongside my daughter Paige, who's working tonight. Linden Leaf in Oxford Station is more than just a restaurant. It's the result of a lifelong passion for hospitality, hard work, and a belief that food brings people together in a way nothing else can. Our name comes from the linden tree, a symbol of beauty, tranquility, and community. For centuries, people have gathered under the linden trees to share meals, celebrate, and connect. That idea, bringing people together, is at the heart of everything we do. Born in Germany, my mom, a nurse, and dad, a carpenter, met here, whom later opened a German restaurant in Ottawa, where four kids grew up on top of. I learned how to cook standing on milk crates, dipping chicken, serving at 15 years old, putting flyers on people's windows and mailboxes, but also how to care for people. I carried those traditions with me, building my own path in the culinary world with a focus on hearty, comforting meals with a genuine service. Long hours, dedication, and the pride that comes with creating something of our own, Paige and I decided to take the leap and build Linden Leaf, a place where Canadian warmth meets Bavarian precision, and where every guest feels like they belong. Finding out how nice the people are here in the community, our passion grew. But I'll be honest, starting a business is not easy. Behind the scenes, it's long days and even longer nights. It's problem solving, adapting, and sometimes just figuring things out as we go. There are days when I go from one job, my day job, into another, when rest is limited, when the to-do list never really ends. It takes sacrifice, perseverance, and a lot of support from the people around us. But what makes it all worthwhile are the moments in between. It's seeing familiar faces walk through the door. It's hearing that someone loved their meal. It's watching people gather, celebrate, and create memories in a space we built from the ground up. That's what Linden Leaf is really about. It's not just food, it's community, it's connection, it's continuing a legacy while building something new together. Being a new business in the community means a lot to us. It means opportunity, but it also means responsibility to contribute, to support others, and to grow alongside so many inspiring people. We are incredibly grateful to be here, to be welcomed, and to be part of something bigger than ourselves. Thank you for taking the time to hear our story, and we hope to welcome you at Linden Leaf. I just want to take one moment to thank everybody that I've met over the past year. I don't know a lot of you, but I see a lot of familiar faces that have been around in the restaurant. Thank you. Thank you for your support. And thank Community Futures for being there right from the beginning to help us out. Thanks.
Okay, so now we get to turn to some older businesses. So the next few businesses have been part of our fabric for many, many years. And the first one I'd like to welcome up is the Brigadoon restaurant, led by Stephanie and Cheryl Mackie. It has been a gathering place in North Grenville for celebrations, meetings, and great meals for I don't know how many years, it's not in my script, but I know a long time. So maybe you'll come up and talk about it. Please come on up.
Yeah. Okay. Not as old as I am. Good evening, everyone. You can hear me? Yep. We're okay? Perfect. I just want to start by saying what an honor it is to be here tonight, surrounded by so many people who care deeply about this community. Thank you to the Municipality of North Grenville, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Downtown Kemptville BIA for putting this all together and for continuing to support local businesses like ours. So that's out of the way. For those of you that don't know me personally, my name is Stephanie Mackie. Cheryl's my grandmother, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of the history. I have been lucky enough to work alongside my grandmother for many years. So it all started with a newspaper snippet. So they were looking at getting out of the big city. They were in the hospitality business for a long time. And then they saw a newspaper clipping that said, "Building with Brigadoon quality." So that's where the name Brigadoon comes from. They came out and looked at a couple places in Merrickville, and then they found the perfect place, a little slice of heaven in Oxford Mills. I'm so scared. You can hear me shaking. So yeah, that's how they come about the business. So they bought that, renovated for a year, and then opened up. Always casual fine dining, and offering a comfortable space, but with elevated food in a heritage kind of building, right? So that happens. I grow up, I live with my grandmother. I come home, I walk home from Oxford on Rideau. I get my chicken nuggets and french fries, it's perfect. And then the rest is kind of history. So I end up working in the restaurant from a young age and loving it. And then eventually in talks of me taking over. So here we are today. The Brigadoon has been a part of this community for 35 years in a lot of ways, and it's grown up alongside me. So I've been a part of it pretty much my entire life. For many people in this room, it's more than just a restaurant. It's where you've had birthday dinners, first dates, family celebrations, and sometimes just a quiet meal after a long day. That kind of history doesn't happen by accident. It comes from consistency, from care, and a deep connection to the people you serve. The Brigadoon was built by my grandmother, Cheryl Mackie. She poured everything into it, her time, her energy, and above all, her heart. And she didn't just build a business, she built a place where people felt welcomed, recognized, and taken care of. Alongside her, that standard of quality has been upheld in the kitchen for many years by our longtime chef, Mark Mahoney. That consistency between ownership and the kitchen is what people have to come to trust. Today, she's no longer in the restaurant day-to-day and is receiving ongoing care. That's been a big transition for our family and the business, but her presence is still felt in everything we do. Every plate that goes out, every customer that walks through the door, every decision we make, we carry those standards forward that she has set. And those standards are simple, but not easy. Quality, consistency, and most importantly, community. Over the past few years, like many businesses here, we've been tested. The pandemic forced us to rethink everything almost overnight, like so many others. We had to pivot fast. We moved into takeout, delivery, adjusted our operations, and found new ways to stay connected with our customers, even when our dining room was empty. It wasn't easy. There were moments where the future felt uncertain, but what carried us through was, again, everyone here, our community. People showed up, they ordered takeout when they could have stayed home, they supported local businesses when it mattered most, and the support is something we don't take lightly. It reminded us that the Brigadoon isn't just ours, it belongs in a way to everyone who's been a part of it over the years, and that's what we're focused on as we move forward, honoring the past while continuing to evolve. We're committed to maintaining the quality people expect from us, but also adapting to what the community needs today and in the future, whether that's how we serve, how we operate, or how we connect with people. Growth is about staying relevant. But one thing will never change: the importance of relationships. At the end of the day, hospitality isn't just about food, it's about people. It's about remembering someone's name, it's about their usual order, or the reason they came in that night. That's what turns a restaurant into something more. And looking around this room tonight, it's clear that the Brigadoon isn't alone in that. There are so many businesses here that are built on the same values: hard work, resilience, and a genuine connection to the community. That's what makes North Grenville special. As we look ahead, whether we're talking about infrastructure, economic development, or growth, I think it's important to remember that small businesses are a big part of that foundation. We're not just places people spend money, we're where people gather, where stories happen, where community is built, one interaction at a time. So on behalf of the Brigadoon, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting us over the past 35 years. Thank you for continuing to show up, and thank you for being part of what makes this community so strong. We're proud to be here, and we're committed to being here for many more years to come. Thank you. I'll leave that there so I don't have to like...
Well done. Our next long-standing business honoree, we recognize a true community institution. The Book Market has connected readers with stories and ideas for decades. Independent bookstores are a sign of a vibrant community, and this one's been here for 45 years. We are pleased to welcome Diane and Lexi Savoy from the Book Market.
Oh my God, there's a lot of people. Hi. Hi Grandma, you're coming up too. Initially it was just gonna be me.
I'm dragging up the rear, I'm old now.
So thank you to Mayor Nancy Beckford, Mr. Barrett, the BIA, distinguished guests, and fellow business owners. It's an honor to be here. When I tell people that I work in a bookstore, the most frequent response I get is, "Oh, you're living the dream." And I don't mean to brag, but I kind of am. It really is a dream living in a world surrounded by books. It's literally all of the genres that you can imagine. It is mysterious and romantic and thrilling and calming and comedic, and in my case, generational. You see, bookstores are in my blood. My grandmother, Diane, created the book market chain in 1974 in a tiny shopping center in Beaconsfield. What started as a way to support her family became a way to support the community. This one store, cushioned between a fabric shop and a travel agency, sparked the largest used bookstore chain in North America. With over 17 locations across 2 provinces, and even one in Florida, the book market provided something that I think every community strives to have: magic. Inspired by my grandmother, my own mother, Deborah, who's standing just back there, I think recording a video for my stepdad. Hi! She opened her own bookstore in Gananoque in 1998, and I grew up in that store, surrounded by that love of reading and sense of community. I'd spend every afternoon there browsing the shelves, helping customers, and drinking arguably way too much coffee. I don't know why Mom allowed that. I already talk too fast as it is. And when I went away for school, I wasn't sure if I'd ever find that feeling again. Not the coffee, but the sense of community. But I have. It's here in Kemptville. For me, the thing about working in a bookstore is that not only are we surrounded by stories and actively promote them, we also have the unique experience of hearing, well, maybe not so unique considering what everybody else has said, but we do get to hear other people's stories, our customers, sharing a funny or tragic anecdote about their lives, sharing their love of reading, those books that got them started, the ones they couldn't finish, and the ones they couldn't put down. We as readers bond over those thrilling twists, historical intrigues, sweeping romances, and of course, maybe the occasional sexy fireman on the cover of the Harlequin romances. Working in this store, they're good.
That's why I'm standing here.
Yeah. Working in this store, it's occurred to me that what people are really sharing is love. As cheesy as that may or may not sound, it's a love for reading and a love for this magic. Because books are magic. They're how we connect with each other. But so is community, and we can't have one without the other. And that's what's amazing about this town and the people in it. By coming in and browsing and sharing your love of reading, what you're really doing is changing the world. And over the years, we've watched generations of families come through our doors, bringing with them their children, their parents, and their friends. We've watched those children grow up and eventually bring their own in to ensure their love of reading. We found long-lost books, those hard-to-find special editions, and in one case, a personally annotated copy that had been missing for over a decade was rightfully returned, or was returned rightfully to its proper owner. We've stocked our shelves with countless stories, both fact and fiction, until we truly could not contain another. And with every book that goes from our hands to yours, it feels like we're sharing something special. Not just the promise of a happily ever after, or a mystery to be solved, or a romance to unfold, but a piece of ourselves as well. A mutual love of all things written word, and what an incredible thing to share that is. So when people tell me that working in a bookstore sounds like a dream, I can honestly say, yes, it is. And thank you all so much for making that dream possible.
I'm sorry, but how do you follow that? Wow. But we do need to move on, so I'm very sorry. Our next business, I'm sure it's going to be equally as beautiful. Our next business, we recognize a business rooted in craftsmanship and local pride. Adirondack Chairs DFC Woodworks, represented tonight by Dina, Elatawi, and Francois Bruneau, has built a reputation for quality, durability, and locally made products that reflect the character of this region. I'm also guessing that you've spent more than a minute sitting in some of those chairs. Maybe you've seen them in the Rotary Park, and they're all over. So anyway, welcome, please.
So how do I top that?
Sorry.
That's okay. Good evening, Mayor Peckford, Council Barrett, council members, and all invited guests. We are honored to be here today, and we'd like to thank you so much for allowing us to speak. My name is Dina Elatawi, and I'm Vice President of the company for the company in New Business Development, and I work alongside my husband, who is right there taking a video, Francois Bruneau, who is President. We would like to give credit to his father, Gerard Bruneau, who is no longer with us, yet started this company back in 1955. The Best Adirondack Chair Company, also known as the Best Muskoka Chair Company, and I had a question tonight from one of the guests here that asked, did we change our name to the Best Muskoka Chair Company? So, no, we didn't. However, during the time when the tariffs started, we were getting a lot of backlash from Canadians saying, out in central Ontario, normally in Toronto, saying that we were an American company. And you guys are using a Canadian name, and Adirondack is American. Sorry, what was it? Sorry, I'm a little nervous here. Yeah, the Torontarians were saying that. So we decided to adopt the company name, the Best Muskoka Chair Company, as well. And now we can satisfy Central Ontario and all of Canada. No more fighting. We are a proud Canadian manufacturer of premium outdoor furniture with over 70 years of experience. Out of those 70 years, we are proud to say that we have operated out of Kemptville, North Grenville, Ontario for over 12 years and counting. It has been a wonderful experience living here in Kemptville, and we have really grown to love this community. Considering both Francois and I were city folks before we made our move here, and it was really quite the shock for me because, I've lived in the city all my life, so I'm used to a lot of noise. So when we moved to Kemptville, it was really quiet. It was really hard for me, a real hard adjustment. And my wonderful husband, Francois, came out to me and said, listen, I can make your day better. You'll really love this community. Let me help you. I'm like, well, what are you going to do? He goes, let's go to the back of the house. I'm like, okay. So we walk out to the back of the house in the yard, and he said, look at that. I said, look at what? He says, that. I said, what? So in front of me were these 4 big or 6 big cement blocks. And he said, you've always wanted a hot tub. We could never have one in the city because of where we lived. How about we get you a hot tub? What do you think? And I looked at him and I said, yes! I was so happy. And at that point, I was sold. All my worries went away and allowed me to appreciate this community, Kemptville, North Grenville, and everything it had to offer. 12 years later, both Francois and I have never looked back to city living. We're proud to call Kemptville and the municipality of North Grenville our home and home to the Best Adirondack Chair Company. For decades, we've built our reputation on 3 things: exceptional craftsmanship, innovative design, and a relentless focus on comfort, durability, and customer satisfaction. Over the last several years, we've expanded our collections to include outdoor bar sets and outdoor dining sets. What began as a small local operation has grown into a recognized international brand. Today, we export internationally, including the United States, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and the Middle East. Our growth is driven by strong partnerships, a deep understanding of our markets, and our commitment to delivering high-quality, customizable outdoor furniture. But while we look forward and outward, we never forget our roots here at home. In 2021, during the COVID times, we partnered with the North Grenville Chamber of Commerce, the North Grenville Tourism, and the Downtown Kemptville BIA. And we followed our community commitment by donating some of the 5 giant Adirondack chairs that you see today, which are strategically placed across several hamlets in North Grenville. These chairs aren't just for show. They were designed to promote tourism, create local landmarks, and drive traffic to surrounding businesses. Since this initiative, more of these giant chairs have popped up around North Grenville, creating, as we know today, the Muskoka Chair Tour. We are also proud to support our local community. Through sponsorship and volunteerism, we contribute to initiatives like Community Living North Grenville, and we are proud supporters of NG Community Meals. Now, we've got some really exciting news that we'd love to share with everyone here. On the 31st of March, which is Tuesday, we're launching our dedicated European website in collaboration with our established distributor from the Netherlands to better serve European customers with localized content, pricing, and logistics. We've been exporting to Europe for over 15 years. This site will be called thebestadirondackchair.eu. Yeah, we're really excited. Thank you. Later this year, we plan to explore and expand exporting opportunities in Japan. We hope to attend their outdoor furniture trade show in Tokyo in the fall of 2027. And with a dedicated Japanese website continuing to build on the global momentum we've worked so hard to achieve. A major milestone in this journey is our participation in SPOGA in Cologne, Germany, the largest outdoor patio furniture in the world, which we attended last year, and we gained 2 new partnerships, one in Hamburg, Germany, and a second also located in the Netherlands. This was and is a fantastic opportunity to showcase our full range of outdoor living products, from Adirondack chairs to dining sets, bar sets, and social seating collections, while also strengthening existing partnerships and developing new ones. We're also extremely grateful for the support of Can Export Canada, which enables Canadian companies like ours to expand internationally, promote Canadian-made products, and compete on a global stage. We are happy to say that we have been awarded financial support towards our SPOGA event in Germany this year, taking place in June. However, our gratitude begins here at home, with the support of Grenville Futures, who supported us when we first arrived to Kemptville through financing and business support. Looking ahead, our focus remains on growing our international presence, strengthening our brand worldwide, and continuing to innovate, all while staying true to the craftsmanship and quality that has defined us for over 70 years. Over the last year, we have doubled our Canadian presence, invested more in local communities, local partnerships, and Canadian-made products. We are proud to represent Kemptville, the municipality of North Grenville, and Canadian manufacturing on the global stage. And we are genuinely excited about the opportunities that lie ahead. I want to share a great example of our Kemptville success story, the Maple Leaf Adirondack chairs. The design has truly resonated with Canadians, combining the comfort and craftsmanship we're known for with a distinctly Canadian identity. It's more than furniture. It's a celebration of Canadian pride and heritage. Our giant Maple Leaf Adirondack chair has been particularly popular. Some of you may already have passed this giant chair in front of Fat Les's, maybe on your way here on County Road 44. It can also be seen in its 10-foot form at the Canadian Tire in Airdrie, Alberta, bringing a piece of iconic Canadian craftsmanship to home across the province. Even closer to home, we partnered with the Toronto Centre and the Blue Jays to showcase another giant maple leaf chair. This installation is planned for July 1st and will become a highly visible symbol of Canadian culture and community, attracting fans, visitors, and media attention. Whether it's supporting local initiatives, donating iconic Adirondack chairs across our region, or ensuring our craftsmanship remains 100% locally made, our priority has always been Canada. We are very excited about our international growth, but it won't overshadow our commitment here at home. Every initiative we launch, every chair we craft, starts here with Kemptville and North Grenville, Ontario, our people, our communities, and our shared values. In closing, we at the Best Adirondack Chair Company and our connection to Kemptville runs deep. We are proudly Canadian, and for us, Canada is and will always be at the heart of everything we do. Lastly, my advice for all you young entrepreneurs in the community, don't do it. No. I gotcha. No, really, in all seriousness, I had you all listening, I gotcha, okay? In all seriousness, really, don't be afraid of failure. Really, don't. It's part of the process, and it will prepare you for the next stage. If I can leave you with one quote by my wonderful husband, Francois Bruneau, and president of this company, have faith in your fate, as how you react today to the challenges you face will shape your tomorrow. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak today and to share our milestones and achievements. Thank you. Nice, sweetie.
Good job. We've come to our final honoree, and it's one that recognition of which connects us to the deepest roots of North Grenville. And if you want a little hint about who it is, I just have to thank them for taking care of my meathead son and his friends on grad night. It's the Dulmage Farms, has been a part of North Grenville for generations, more than a century of farming on this land. Please join me in congratulating Dan and Jill from Dulmage Farms.
Well, that's a lot of great speeches to follow up, and so I'm looking at my speech here just before I come up. It's going to be short and sweet because I think Jill cut half of it out for you. So good evening, everyone. We're really honored to be here. We're very pleased to be invited to such a great event for Mayor Peckford's address. My name's Dan Dulmage, this is my wife Jill, and we have lived in the Kemptville area our entire lives. Our farm, Dulmage Farms, has been in the family 7 generations. Going back in the Hexton area is where our farm is, about 15 minutes from here, if you don't know that. Dating back to early 1800s is when my ancestors settled here. We actually don't even know how old our house is, the one half of it, so that's how long it's been around. So. As you can imagine, there's been a lot of changes over the years. Farming today looks a lot different than it does years ago. Back then, we began farming together in 1995 when we purchased an active farm from my father, and just a year after we were married. It was a dairy farm at that time. Along with it, what began maybe what you would call a long-standing relationship with debt. So, over the past 30-plus years, the farm's evolved significantly. Diversification has truly been the key to our longevity. We transitioned from dairy to beef to cash crop, expanded into custom farming, and along the way, raised 6 boys. Then, in 2000, Jill suggested that we should plant a few pumpkin seeds. I thought she meant in the garden. and maybe a few rows of Christmas trees, just for keep things interesting. Now I think this year we're about to plant 12 acres of pumpkins, and I think we have another close to 3,000 trees going in this spring as well. Fast forward to today, and we're preparing for one of the biggest, most exciting years yet, with many future plans. And this is where Jill really comes in, because over the past 5 years, just about every idea she's had turned into success. I don't think I put this in here. I think she did. So. It's also added a few hundred extra hours of work for me and the boys and wives and girlfriends, but that's just how she operates. If she can imagine it, we're going to give it a try.
So I'll be quick. I'd just like to note, in case anyone here is not aware, farmers can be a little stubborn. So mine are no exception. Like water shaping stone, it took some time to plant the seeds of change, about 10 years really, give or take. But in our family, you only really need to convince one person, and I went straight to the top. So worked on them. I won't go into detail about my methods, but let's just say diversification played a role there too. Once Dan came on board, that's when the real work began. It hasn't always been easy, especially convincing anyone really, but we've made some progress. Our agritourism journey started really in 2020 with a small patch of pumpkins, and it's just grown every year since then. In 2026, we'll be planting 50 varieties of pumpkins actually this year. I just counted them up and probably did way too many, but we also have sweet corn. We're going to be hosting a sunflower festival. We're bringing back our Glow Corn Maze, including the second annual Taste of the Maize event in September. So that's where we have breweries, wineries, and a few cideries are actually coming this year, and then we taste it in the maize, I guess. And then we have Pumpkin Palooza in October, which I think this is the 3rd year we've done that. So we're also excited to introduce some new animal attractions this year, along with even more activities for kids and families. The support from our community been incredible, and we look ahead to the next generation at Dulmage Farms. We truly feel like we're just getting started. So it's an exciting time, and we can't wait to share it with you. Thank you so much to our community, the municipality, for all your support as we grow for future generations. And that's it.
I thought my life was busy with 3 boys. Oh, yeah. 6. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to give them just a minute, but I just wanted to, we're really almost done, I promise. But I want to say congratulations to all of the people tonight, all of our recipients. What a wonderful example of tenacity, longevity, and just being able to just have the thoughts to do it. And you know what? One of the things that Dina said was to not be afraid of failure. And one of the things that I did when I was starting my business was, I think at one point in time, I was a little bit afraid of success. And that sounds really crazy. Like, why would you be afraid of success? But I didn't know how it would change my life, how that success would change my life. It scared me because I had come from a banking institution where I just lived in a box. And so when I got outside of that box, I got a little bit outside of that box. And then I was afraid of success. And then I realized there's nothing to be afraid of. So I was able to grow and develop and become successful. So I want to say to all you young entrepreneurs out there, is don't be afraid of success either, because it's great. It's awesome. It takes a lot of work, but it's still a lot of fun. So anyway, I'll pass the mic over to you.
As she's about to sit down, we'd like to invite the Mayor, Nancy Peckford, back up for a few closing remarks. That would be you.
I thought maybe you were going to say some off-script remarks, Will, so I wanted to create the space for you. Well, of course, I think, wow, round of applause once again. some of you might have thought you were coming from the mayor, but the real deal was the incredible stories shared by our businesses this evening. Tenacity, hard work, resilience, adaptation, faith, blind faith or real faith, whatever it is. And you know, I always tell this story that when I first moved to Kemptville in 2011, very pregnant with my third child, I stumbled into To Be Continued, which was a local consignment store down the street. And it really did begin my journey of getting to know local businesses. Before I knew it, I was at B&H buying rosemary lamb pies, stopped by the Salvation Army. The Restore wasn't here yet, or I wasn't familiar with it. And, you know, getting to know the community through the lens of this incredible array of local businesses is just what a remarkable journey. So thank you to each and every one of you here this evening. I know it's been a long evening. You've taken precious time out of your calendars and with your families to come and tell us your stories. And we truly, truly are most grateful. And I know we have an economic development team and a communications team. We have Katie's wonderful collaboration through Community Futures and so many other entities that want to ensure that you succeed. So we're here with you, we're here for you, and we also greatly benefit from your leadership and your vision. So thank you. Thank you to council who joined us this evening, but most of all, thank you to our chamber and BIA. Will and Tina, this is your fourth maybe, it's hard to say, for stepping up as hosts and bringing a lot of energy and humor to the event. Of course, tonight is a powerful reminder of why North Grenville truly is so special. I'd like to thank Catered Affairs for keeping everyone well fed during a long evening, to our new AV team for their wonderful support, to MP Barrett for once again taking time out of his schedule. Michael has 5 children, not maybe all of you know, so evenings are precious for him too. So we appreciate when he's able to spend some time in Kemptville. Thank you, of course, to municipal staff. I named them in the beginning, but certainly Bruce, Tammy, Megan, Julie, others. Karen, of course, our CEO, and of course our chief, who got to stay the whole evening. Chief, you got to stay, which is amazing. No emergency fire call for him, so that's good. So we appreciate all of the hands that go and all of the contributions that go into making this evening successful. But most of all, I want to thank all of you who came out to hear these wonderful stories from our business leaders who continue to be incredible champions for our community, invest in our local economy, and make North Grenville so special. The truth is, you are all my bosses, you are all council's bosses, and we're really, really grateful that you help to steer and lead the way alongside us. So thank you again. Have a great evening.
Thank you for coming, everyone. That was a night that was inspiring. I'll feel better going back to work tomorrow in my small business. And we appreciate people coming up and speaking. You did a great job. It's a supportive room. And thank you to everyone that came tonight. Thank you, thank you.